Everybody, welcome back for another edition of the Fanguard. We are so glad to have you. My name is Mark, and I marched Santa Clara from 1997 to 2001.
And I'm John. I marched in Santa Clara from 1979 through 1981.
On the starting line from Long Beach, somewhere in China. Welcome to SC Fan-gard.
Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be reviewing 1994 Velvet Nights with some of the members that marched that year. So I am very excited to introduce our guest tonight. First, I'm going to go with all the way from Santa Ana, California. This is going to be Mr. Richard.
Hello, I'm Richard Huang. People will call me Huck because it was a nickname it's a drum corps nickname I won't go away. I marched Velvet Nights in 94, and I marched Pacific Crest in 96.
To Mr. Brian Belski. Mr. Brian Belski, thank you for being here, sir.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. I marched VK 92, 3, and 4, and taught 96, taught the Vanguard horn line in 97, and taught Pacific Crest. I think it was 2000 to 2006 or 7 or so.
And last but certainly not least, Mr. Robert Martinez. Thank you, sir, for joining us tonight.
Hi, I'm Robert Martinez, aka Rob Bass. I marched Velvet Nights 92 through 94. I was in the drum line. I played bass 4 in 92 and then bass 2 in 93 and 94. After finishing drum corps, I just ended up working for a long time and I missed a big chunk of the activity, and I got back into it in about 2013. And in 2017, I started a Facebook group called the Drum Corps Coffee Shop to try to put some positivity into the activity in the chat, where old guys and current membership could get together and hang out and talk about the activity. And that also ended up being an Instagram page as well. So glad to be here. Thanks for having me. And,
awesome.
I'm happy to do this. I can't wait to do this.
Great to have you. And, you know, while we've got you on, Robert, you run a drum corps scholarship. And I just want to say that, of all the things, all the things that people could do in their lives to do what you're doing, man, I just want to thank you from every single drum corps fan out there, man, because it's just amazing that what you're doing for the community. So thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And the Drum Corps Coffee Shop is a ton of fun, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not on there,
we kind of like to think of it as like you're on tour on the bus and just chit-chatting back and forth about whatever topic comes up, you know.
That's right. And you got a lot of percussion folks on that page, and I know there's a lot of lot videos. So if you're into that kind of stuff, definitely go check out the Instagram and go check out the Facebook. It's an awesome page. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be watching 1994 Velvet Nights, and it is classic VK. And Robert, can you tell us what the name of the show was? Do you remember any of the names of the songs that you guys played that year?
I believe it was titled A Midsummer Night's Dream, but I like to call it jokingly A Nightmare on the Field. With a K, you know. But yeah. So
oh my goodness.
So there's a lot of stuff.
All right, hold on. Wait, I got it. All right, let's continue.
That's how it opens, everybody.
Okay, so a Midsummer's Night's Dream, a drum corps summer night's.
Yeah, it was music from the Nightmare Before Christmas.
The beginning part, yeah.
Prelude. What's this? Right?
Opens with What's This, yeah. Been Making Christmas.
Making Christmas.
After that, it says here, scene from Beetlejuice also.
Beetlejuice, yeah. The ballad
Edward
Love on Ice.
Yeah.
Hey,
But no, Edward Ice Dance from Edward Scissorhands was the ballad.
That was the ballad. It was pretty.
And actually,
What are we going to be looking out for in this show, you guys? We've got kind of a funky video. I wish we had a better copy. And
I thought it was going to be cool because I like the music. I like the music I like the soundtrack. And we had John Meehan writing it that year.
Dude, we had Jack Meehan there also.
Uh-huh.
Jack Meehan was there too, right?
Yep, Jack was
my-
pitching horns.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I remember the yoga and all that. That's
Wow.
stuff.
You had the Meehan
Yeah.
powerhouse that year.
Yeah.
What should we watch out for in the show?
Well, you know, it's all about this like terrible dream, right? I was trying to be serious. So it's this horrible dream, right? And all these things are taunting him in his sleep, and then eventually, like, you know, he wakes up and the show gets cool at the end.
And the core starts on the field. You guys are
Right.
sleeping.
We're
So
asleep.
you
We're
see some of
It
those
sounds like a day on tour,
giant
you know.
bed.
Yeah.
There's a giant bed. There's a giant alarm clock.
The alarm clock.
You would have seen that thing strapped to the back of the souvenir truck going down the road.
Oh, man.
My gosh.
Huck, you're so quiet. You're so quiet over there in the corner. Go ahead. Give
He's
us your
enjoying repartee.
give us your what's your take pre-show watching on 94 VK. This is your not your agent. Your first year of the court.
Yeah, it's my first year of the course, so I mean, this is all new experience for me. All I know is it was kind of weird because of all the tunes, I think the ballad is where our feet were moving the fastest.
Oh my God.
So you guys were basically the
Yeah,
color
you
guard.
know, that-
So there was a lot
ballad.
of different, like,
Yeah.
ironic and oxymoronic kind of things that are happening there.
Our drill really made no sense because all we did was in the ballad. All we did was run across the whole back, around the corner, in the front. It was at like
It was all motion, and no one really cared about the form that much.
at like 2 to 5 steps. It was crazy. Yeah.
There was so many changes to the show. The show kept changing like all the
Oh,
time.
yeah.
And we never really had a chance. Just the time you'd get something good, the horn line would sound pretty good on something, and then all of a sudden it was out. Here's this new change.
Yeah, yeah.
It was.
I know how that feels.
It was
Yeah.
a lot of work.
The
I don't
ballad,
ever
the
remember-
ballad used to be in a different key, and it was like cool. And then they switched it.
Oh, I know
it was
how
like,
that feels.
Yeah.
Well, they
Changing keys.
rewrote the whole ballad drill, right before
Yeah. Oh my
And the
God.
tune-
We're
Yeah.
writing
we
all
were
the
like
drill.
learning all that. It's like we're supposed to clean it, and instead we're learning new drills. So
I remember being at the RCC show, and at the very end of the show, thinking, "Man, this is the worst thing I've ever been associated with."
All
And
right.
I was hoping that nobody recognized.
Okay, guys. Okay, guys.
oh man.
We may want to edit that one out, Rob.
Oh, no, leave it in. That's too good.
No, but I mean, it was cool because like we would have these shows, and let's take the next show, the Long Beach show. I was thinking, no, the same thing. Oh, this is terrible. But then we won drums against we beat Vanguard, and I couldn't believe it. I mean, I did like the oh what a feeling jump in the air, and it was crazy. Yeah, and I remember the drum parts for Hot 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 were written. I specifically remember Flo saying, yeah, it's got like a reggae backbeat feel to the drum parts, and that made it cool. And then I remember when they handed out Oello, I'm just like, what is this chart? At first, I didn't think I was gonna like it, but it ended up being like my favorite chart because it sizzled really good. Yeah.
It's got the mixed meter, and it's also got the drum solo in it too. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's also you look at as far as the front ensemble playing, as far as the end of the ballad. I thought kudos to Catherine and obviously Tom as far as all their writing.
Yeah.
And like Rob was saying, we were just lucky as far as players, at least for the percussion, anyways, having really experienced, really awesome arrangers, and then also having Paul as far as working with us, and he was definitely relentless. He was definitely what you want.
Yeah.
As far
Really relentless. Honest, but it paid dividends. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he definitely had a different approach as far as a different angle as far as explaining stuff than float, which is probably a good thing because I mean you only need one top float. It's always good to get different ideas and stuff. So
There is only
Pretty lucky.
one Tom float. Are you guys ready to watch
They
this?
broke the
Watch
mold
it.
and they-
You guys ready?
I was gonna
all right.
We're always ready.
Sleeping.
So I remember Mike Bedard hyping right here, going, "Yeah, we're gonna do this." As we're laying down on the ground, which just sounds so funny.
Bedard is a character, man. Oh, we got to tell the story later about Rennick getting hit with the pillow.
Oh man.
Oh, that was good time. Getting a black eye.
This kind of sounds like 2001 Vanguard, guys.
Yeah, you're not seeing the sheep being thrown.
Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
there it is.
There's the sheep, yeah. The low
That's
budget,
right.
the low budget bet.
Yeah, dude.
There's a lot of low budget in all this.
No one does low budget better than the VK.
And then here comes a star, I think, right?
This is a good
Yep.
impact.
I don't know.
That would be
I've
the
blocked,
star
I've blocked a
step
lot
right
of these
there.
memories out.
I'll definitely put the star up on the screen when we do this for sure.
Oh, there I am.
Yeah, nice shot of the drumline here.
The color guard's actually wearing like Victoria's Secret lingerie. Legit Victoria's Secret, yeah.
That's right.
Did make it hard to concentrate.
Yeah,
Not quite.
especially on family night.
Yeah, this drill is kind of weak right here.
You guys went like four this way, four that way, four this way.
Uh,
I hated
I-
that.
I remember they showed a high cam video from Allentown to us after Allentown, so we could see what we look like.
Oh no.
I was like, oh man.
Dude, I remember that.
Oh, this part's different. This was
Yeah,
taken
way
out.
different.
Oh, this was it. Yeah, this is early season for sure.
Moving.
Oh yeah, all of this changed.
Yeah.
Playing the GSE. Yeah, all of this was different.
Man, the beats are so cool though. I mean, the drum writing was
Yeah.
always, and you know, anybody who's marched in the float line will tell you his drum book is just good to play on the hands. It just feels good.
It feels good and it makes musical sense.
Yeah.
Again, guys, I'm sorry about the quality of this
Oh, that's
video.
right.
Look at the refrigerator. He just
That's right. That's the only thing. Like you can't see them like behind there.
Man,
Yeah, like-
that's terrible.
This is so
Pay
low rent.
attention to the people behind the
You can totally see all the girls in the back just going right into it.
Oh my gosh.
And they're supposed to be spooking out the guy in the bed. There's like a guy in the bed that's asleep.
That's right. He was the guy in the bed. Like this whole gig the whole summer too.
Oh yeah,
That's a nice blue
That's really
shirt.
rough.
that's
Sorry,
a story
guys.
in itself. Yeah.
I want you to lay down.
Oh yeah, this whole
and
section
allow
is.
these girls to dance
This is all,
around you.
this is all different than Finals 2, I want to say.
Yeah, this whole thing got cut out.
This is
Yeah, it
all
was cool
not.
stuff.
We didn't do any of this.
This came out of
Well,
nowhere.
I'm glad we're doing this show
You know,
then.
At that,
You guys,
at
it
this
sounds like you
part,
like
we-
this version better.
At this part, you know, the bassist would say, "I smell chili."
We said something else, but
The earthquake.
This was the earthquake, right?
Wow,
yeah,
that makes no sense.
It made no
It's-
sense.
it's the California thing, right? Because
I
you got
guess.
it over. Yeah,
Yeah. Was this
use the California thing to death at BK.
This was before or after we had that drive-by?
The
that we
drive-by.
tried to-
That drive-by was '93, I want to say.
See?
Oh,
I'm even getting
you know
the
what?
earthquake.
You know why we had the earthquake? Because of the Northridge quake in '94.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. It's all coming back to me.
There's that Catherine float riding, you guys. Good stuff.
Here comes my roll.
Oh, that triplet roll thing.
Yeah, that was a sweet roll.
That's some pretty good visual stuff, you guys.
Yeah, I mean, it was different than what you would see anybody really doing at the time.
Who's the drum major that year?
Who knows?
That's
3 of them, right?
Oh, a
Yeah,
lot of
there
drum
was
majors.
like
up on the podium. That's Dave Ruderskull.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, I was in the drum line. We never watched the drum major.
Oh, shit. There's me messing up that drum machine. Oh well. You know, it's funny. Look at how tight these intervals are.
Yeah. That bottom bass is a 36-inch bass too, which is pretty big. You don't see those anymore.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The biggest you see now is like 30 or 30, maybe 32.
It looks so
It's got the. Does it have the window cut in it so you could see through it and dress the form?
Yes, there were windows cut in those drums.
Like 3 of them.
You can see everything. It's through those windows too. See, look at this drill. We're just running for no reason. Just.
I know. It's like, all right, we don't get to play, but now we just gotta run our butts off crabbing.
We're just crabbing around the whole, and then we end up in the back. Or this whole drill might have been rewritten halfway through. It was, yeah. And this ended up in a different key too, didn't it?
Yeah, they rewrote the entire thing, put it in a different key.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, actually, I think the front ensemble had to change too because of that.
Yep.
So
This was a cool chart though.
This was a better version of it.
Yes, I always thought so too.
This sounds beautiful, you guys.
Right?
It was pretty, and this was early season. By the time it got cut, I thought it sounded pretty good.
Yeah, and I couldn't believe they changed the key. I was like, why did they do that? It sounded good. Oh, they probably cut it because it sounded good.
And that's Laura Denovi here on the podium.
Yeah, Laura Potter.
She was at the time.
Yeah.
And somehow this was the return to sleep.
Lying down again, yeah.
yeah.
Maybe we'll get to see the clock. Oh.
I don't think the clock prop is even in the show yet.
Oh, don't tell me that. I want to see the clock.
That Toontown looking clock that we had.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Hey!
And there's a guard changing.
If
Like
2020,
watching the girls in the locker room.
hey, if 2020 was a clock.
Here we go. More singing. You guys are the singing core.
And then the drum charge to this, just like laid back groove. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, we like playing this too in the horn line.
But the drill made no sense to it. It was just like moving lines. Yeah.
and then we make the Converse at the end. We don't even work
Converse. The Converse was like the best set in the whole show. And then the shower looking. Was
Is that a Karate Kid reference? The shower thing? What is that?
Maybe.
I'm trying not to laugh because that's what I thought.
Yeah, symbols.
Oh yeah, there's like 7 of them too. I think
Bertha,
they kept
Bertha.
going back in between that and the
Hey,
pit.
look at us running back there.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Woo! Nice, guys.
Yeah. Oh yo. I love this shirt.
Nice. Oh,
Do we
yeah.
not have
Shaking.
drill yet? Oh no, we're moving. This chart was so hard.
Yeah.
Offbeat
Oh yeah,
accents.
and this is like that weird football set, right?
Yeah.
It's not the
That's my
best.
favorite type of drill right there.
You're in some nice upper leads, though.
Standing still, yeah.
Yeah.
Here comes the drum feature.
There was one mellophone that rocked that lick. Yep, I heard somebody in there. Kill it. Oh, here we go, cymbals.
We had some upper lead, we had some lead pianos from the 92-93 years that marched mellophone in the show.
Oh.
Bullet, right?
Yeah.
See, look at all the horn bands.
Yeah,
stuff in
you
the
guys
back.
are
That's
dancing.
Cool stuff, yeah. Very different for the time.
It's Paul Rennick that wrote our drill for this, right?
Yeah, oh, I remember that. We used to just arc it up,
Yeah.
and then he's like, no, man, no, guys.
It's 1994. We gotta move.
That's a different part for the tenors.
Yeah,
That part out.
that all changed. They made it like a real cool split part.
That's still not bad.
Oh,
fun.
no, man. They
That's digging it.
definitely jammed.
Yeah, drum to drum.
Drum to drum. The horn line
Say,
was
I
like,
gotta give
oh,
credit
yeah.
to the camera
Oh,
person.
say something back, yeah.
Nice job, guys.
Yeah. Fun times.
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh, wait, listen for it, listen. Oh, that's a change.
Yeah.
Greg Flores rewrote this on tour like 5 times.
Yeah.
Try to get the ending right.
Oh. Like a warm knife through butter.
Oh, oops.
Maybe those leads should have stayed on lead.
Yeah.
You might have missed them at that moment.
That was cool.
Oh well.
Oh man, but
And that's
I tell you what,
it.
through
Ah.
everything though, I wouldn't change that summer. That was good stuff, you
I
know.
wouldn't either. I learned.
Is
I
that
learned a
close?
lot.
Is that close to how you guys ended it at the end of the year?
No, it was like.
Oh no, there's other stuff. Like I think
Yeah.
changed.
No, there's very little of that actually made it to August.
Oh yeah.
And that'll tell you like how much, you know, that
That was
show.
a tough show. That's early season, but a tough show.
Yeah.
From a technical standpoint, the amount you're moving, the drill might have been effective, but you're still moving a lot and playing those parts. That's tough stuff.
Yeah.
One of the things you kind of started understanding as far as being involved in activity is how much time you really do have to rehearse and do stuff. And even in drum corps land, when you think, oh, you got the whole summer and all this stuff, but you know, you got to eat, you got to sleep, you got to travel, you got to do all these
Oh
things.
yeah.
And as you don't have that much, you don't really have as much time as people think you really do to get stuff worked out as far as
Right.
you know, on tour. So you got to get it all figured out preseason. If you don't, then you suffer like we did sort of.
Yeah, that show, that 94 season, like competitively, it really is it's kind of a testament to planning, right? I mean, in terms of show design and making sure that, you know, on that little roller coaster that you're going to take your audience on, and where are your highs and where are your lows, and how do you get from here to there, and then how are you going to create that, you know, within the music, or how is the visual guy going to create that, and then try to figure out how you're going to do that within the music and make adjustments. You know, we all joke about the time, well, now we're going to make the music fit the drill, but you know what? Sometimes that's what it calls for.
Right. I remember finals week too. The day of I&E was the day before quarters or something, and they're like, "Come on, guys, we're going to jump like 4 spots." So we told them to put you on at the very beginning of I&E, so like 6:30 in the morning, all of us guys went on. It was ridiculous, and we're like thinking, dude, there's no way we're gonna jump like 4 spots to make finals, but yeah, finals.
I remember that, dude. I remember saying to Greg Flores, I said, dude, nobody wants to hear me play the Hindemith on my contrabass at 8 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the first snare drummer on for I&E that morning. I remember that.
But like my favorite memory from that whole summer didn't even have to do with being on the field or performing. It was finals week. This was my third year being under float. You know, him and Catherine took me out to lunch finals week. It was just like me and one of the guys from the pit. And I'm looking at them like they just took us. There was like a burger place across the street, and just me and him with the floats. And it's like I thought that was the coolest thing, because the inside running joke for me is Float never called me by my name, so I always assumed that he never knew what my name was. Yo, Rob. I was like, oh man, you know my name. It's like cool. But of course he knew. Of course he knew my name. You know, but yeah, that was cool.
You know, Greg wasn't able to go on the road with the Corps after designing the first part of the show in '93, and you know, Greg ended up, you know, he works in Hollywood, works in props and all that kind of stuff for Hollywood. So but he couldn't go on the road. And then so the end of our show in '93, and then the beginning of the year in '94, and we had some administrative changes and some staff changes, and they didn't value some of the things that some of the previous staff and folks had valued in terms of production value, in terms of connecting with an audience. I think they maybe that's not true. Maybe they valued it, but I don't think they had the understanding of how to connect with an audience.
In '94, I want to say they brought a guy that worked at Disney on board as like a designer. Huck knows who I'm talking about. We call him like Smiley.
Smiley, that's right.
Yeah. But
I saw him like twice. I think he worked with the Corps one time, and I don't know what the heck he was doing as far as an ensemble. And then that was it. And then he would just kind of come by and just kind of creep out and look.
Yeah, he was weird. Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
but then like, yeah, but like one of our main staff guys, and I won't say who because I'm not gonna key anybody. I'm not gonna key anybody on here, but he was a judge before taking a more administrative role. And so he's like, hey, as a judge, I want to make us more like the serious, funny VK, and it didn't work out. At semis, didn't we end up wearing red hats or something? Like I can't even remember. We wore black hats like the whole summer, and then I want to say
red and like finals week or something.
Yeah, to get you that 4 more points with red hats.
It was a desperate cry for attention.
Yeah, we had like I said, we had all the talent. I mean, in that corps, horns, drum, guard, all across the board. We had a great color guard staff. We had a great drum staff. We had great horn staff. I mean, we had, Jack Meehan's on the road with us. We're on the road with, Paul Rennick and Tom Float.
And then, in a desperate measure, we added like a bed bug at the end of the year that was over there. And then the funniest thing, this is probably one of my other favorite memories is Float put on the bed bug outfit and came on the and he read like a poem, and it was the most hilarious thing. And there's a picture of that somewhere.
What's incredible though, gentlemen, is that even with a corps that even though you didn't make finals, that the vividness of all your memories is still so intact. And so obviously that season still meant a lot for all of you, and all the stories that you're sharing with us attest to that. And I think that's an amazing thing.
That's the thing that makes drum corps and color guard and marching band. It's the thing that makes it so powerful, is that shared experience that you get when you're trying to do something together. You're trying to work on a project. You're trying to do and you're looking around and everybody's working just as hard as you are. And I don't know, it does something to your to your psyche when you're in those moments, and you remember that as long as you live.
All right,
gentlemen, I can't thank you enough for being here for today's episode of the Fan-gard. That was a wonderful, wonderful experience watching that show again. And one last time, I want to thank Richard Huang, Brian Belski, and Robert Martinez for joining us today. I'm John, and this has been another episode of the Fan-gard, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye.